Hi, my name is Tammy Poor, and I'm the owner of Western Sky Multimedia and Intermountain Publishing. And I'm also the founder of the Happy Montana campaign, and I want to tell you a little bit about it right now. I live in Livingston, Montana, which is the original entrance to Yellowstone National Park. It is a charming, quaint, adorable town with the Yellowstone River running right through it. It is very eclectic with lots of talented artists, musicians, actors, and writers, and it has a very rich history. It is the seat of Park County, which has not one but two entrances into the world-famous park. And yet, surprisingly, Montana has almost the highest suicide rate in the nation. Has for over 100 years, ever since they started tracking it. And Park County and Livingston have almost the highest suicide rate in Montana. In 2014, Montana experienced a terrible suicide crisis that was so bad that many children were killing themselves as well as adults statewide. Montana State University had to hire an additional dean of students to handle the number of students presenting with severe depression and suicidal ideations. In response to the crisis, I produced my very first suicide prevention video with Carl Roston, who was hired by the state of Montana in 2007 to help stop the chronic suicide crisis. I also produced a 72-page mental health and happiness resource guide for both Park and Gallatin counties that was filled with great articles, including articles on happiness and every available resource in both counties. But before I could get the printed version funded and into the hands of the people, all hell broke loose and I learned the very hard way why Montana and Park County have almost the highest suicide rate in the nation. It was a nightmare, and it resulted in my making not one, but two very serious suicide attempts. One of them recently on December 12, 2017. I suffered from extreme trauma that research considers torture and leads to suicide almost 100% of the time. Instead of preventing the next suicide as was my goal, I very nearly became another statistic. My suicide attempts did not result from not loving myself. They resulted from the need to end my suffering. I thought long and hard before making the decision to commit suicide on both occasions, and I accepted that I had failed my mission, and I gave myself a lot of credit for trying. If it weren't for these two angels that I gave birth to 21 years ago, I would not be alive to tell my story or to complete my mission. The photos that you see on the screen were taken exactly 3 months apart. The one on the left was taken on the morning of my suicide attempt on December 12th, and the one on the right was taken 3 months later by my friend and beautician Beth Carlin at the Edge Salon here in Livingston a couple of weeks ago. The primary reason that I was able to make such a rapid recovery is because of Marissa Peer. Marissa is Britain's #1 therapist and life coach. She is rapidly becoming one of the most sought-after therapists in the world, and she has agreed to come to Montana to teach, train therapists in her rapid transformational therapy, and combine it with what I told her will be the vacation of a lifetime. She told me that she can't wait to come and said that she's always wanted to come to Montana. She discovered in her 30 years as a therapist, coach, public speaker, and teacher that most of her clients, that include royalty, famous entertainers, political leaders, and ordinary folk, suffer from a greater or lesser degree of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem tells us that we are not good enough, not attractive enough, not smart enough, or just plain not worthy enough. Marissa tells the story about how she was told as a child that she was ugly, unintelligent, and as she came into womanhood was told that she would never be able to bear children. Her parents told her that the most she would amount to would be a nanny. She resigned herself to being a nanny because she believed at both a conscious and subconscious level that that was who she was, and the only way that she would get to be able to be around children. I don't know the story of how she transcended those beliefs and became a world-famous and highly sought-after therapist and coach. I just know that she did, and that I am a beneficiary of her breaking out of the mold into which she was cast by significant others. Not only did Marissa defy all odds and relieve herself of what are called limiting beliefs, she also gave birth to wonderful, intelligent, and very happy children and has an ecstatically happy relationship with her husband. The other reason that I was able to recover so rapidly is a core belief in myself and that I know who I am deep down inside. I knew that by accessing the right therapies I would recover. In addition to rapid transformational therapy, I used dialectical behavioral therapy, reevaluation counseling, nonviolent communication, heart math, excellent peer support that I received online, and lots of playing my guitar and singing. I was also very blessed to receive this wonderful art print from my friend Marie Antoinette Kelly, who is an extremely talented artist and owner of Portraits of the Soul. She created it for someone very close to her who was going through a very dark time in their life. The minute I laid eyes on it when I got back to Livingston, I felt an instant sensation of healing and relaxation came over my whole body. Now I want to briefly tell you about how we're going to help build prosperity for the people of Montana. In a nutshell, it will be through teaching multimedia and internet marketing, especially affiliate marketing and crowdfunding. Affiliate marketing is a way to make a lot of money by promoting other people's products and services. It is not very hard, and once you set up the process, money automatically comes into your bank account with very little effort on your part. You literally make money while you sleep, and it can free you up to enjoy the lifestyle that many people only dream of having. Crowdfunding is a form of internet marketing that allows you to create campaigns to raise money for projects, business ventures, and personal needs. It was legislated into existence in 2011 and has raised billions of dollars for entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, and individuals in a short time that it has existed. I will also teach strategies and principles taught by Frank Kern, who is considered one of the greatest internet and traditional marketing geniuses alive. Frank and some of his students have made millions of dollars in one day with a single product launch. The beautiful face that you see on the screen right now is my best friend Sherry Horvath. She committed suicide on December 17th, 2017, while I was in the ICU in Albuquerque, recovering from mine. We were both on fire with the mission of preventing the next suicide in 2014. Instead, we both fell victim to the curse of why Montana and Park County have almost the highest suicide rate in the nation. Sherry did not die in vain. I know her story, and her story will save lives. I Wish That I Could Tell You What Went Wrong by Tammy Poore. I wish that I could tell you what went wrong. No one knows what happened on that day. When the nightingale gave up her favorite song, she lost the will to meditate and pray. It didn't matter that she had a golden voice. No one wanted the gifts she came to share. She was silenced and would never more rejoice. Her pain became too great for her to bear. Those who scorned her, they did not bring gifts. They could not understand the love she bore. All they did was laugh and scorn and mock her. Their hearts were hard, just like the guns they wore. So on that fateful day in mid-December, praying one last time to her source of life, she cried, "I'm sorry, but I just can't go on," and she cast her tiny body on a knife. I care, little bird with the golden voice. I remember all the times that we had fun. Our hearts were both on fire with the same mission. You gave your gift to me. Your mission's done. The Happy Montana campaign is dedicated to Sherry Horvath and to every man, woman, and child who has committed suicide or is in any way contemplating suicide now. It is dedicated to the happiness and the prosperity of all Montanans. The Montana Bluebird of Happiness, the mascot for the Happy Montana campaign, was provided with love in 2014 by my child, Michelle Aaliyah Willette. The image of the soul re-emerging is provided by Marie Antoinette Kelly of Portraits of the Soul. Contact her at 406-333-4490, www.portraitsofthesoul.com.